What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your host, Ayande Joseph, and today we are talking about The Legend of Korra. Now, The Legend of Korra is the sequel of the Avatar the Last Airbender. That show I just mentioned is probably my favorite animated show of all time. So this means that The Legend of Korra had big shoes to fill, and did it? Not really. But does that mean it wasn't a good show? Not at all. Personally, I think that the world of Avatar is pure genius. I mean, from the minds of the directors who thought of the four elements and the different bending natures and the different cultures that they shared. I mean, yes, I know a lot of it is based off of real life things, so they didn't have too much work to do, but yet how they merged out fictional things as in actually controlling the elements is just beyond genius to me. It is no wonder that so many people love both of the series. Yes, The Legend of Korra has gotten a lot of flack over time, and I don't think that it's really deserved. At the end of the day, it had the bigger shoes to fill. It was dealing with a wider and an older audience than the Avatar was originally. What I mean by that is, the directors clearly created The Legend of Korra as a more teenage show to be watched by the generation that initially watched the Avatar the Last Airbender. So while yes, they did gain a few attraction from new people, it mainly was for that older generation, so I don't think that it's fair to compare it band for band. With that being said, The Legend of Korra is amazing in its own right. It deals with things that older audiences can relate to, such as depression, finding out who you are, and finding your purpose in life. Now for me, I felt like those themes and stories really hit home, as it allowed me to deal with my emotions and my own feelings in the form of a series and universe that I love and much. Yes, it is fictional, but there is still so much that relates to me. I remember wanting to airbend or firebend or earthbend or whatever. And yet, one of the big things that this show gets a lot of flack for is the animation. Personally, I think that the cartoon feel of the show is a lot better than Avatar the Last Airbender. While yes, that makes sense because it was made years later, so animation techniques have time to improve, I don't think that this is a valid excuse to hate on The Legend of Korra. I believe that some of the things that people don't like about The Legend of Korra are the specific characters themselves. While that's not entirely their fault, I mean, the original characters in Avatar the Last Airbender are so iconic, and it's hard to just match that. But yeah, I think that Korra, Bolin, Azami, and all the other characters do pave a way for themselves, but they definitely don't hold the gravity that the original cast does. And I think it's even cooler when we get to see Toph, Katara, and Zuko, older people that are still alive in the universe, and kind of get to witness their excellence and their brilliance from the original series. If anything, I think that watching Legend of the Korra makes me appreciate A, the universe a lot more, and B, Avatar the Last Airbender even more. But personally, whenever I do an Avatar binge, I always have to do Korra after, since it only makes sense and is logical. I think that it's awesome that the directors of Avatar got the green light to make more and more content. Personally, as I said, this universe is massive and there's so many different possibilities. I really hope that you tune into this show and watch the following shows and movies that are going to come out. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I will see you next time.